It's the place you go when you finish your show. We're your two best friends. Our names are Max and Ben. We're self-proclaimed television experts. It's reality alert. Ben, I want you to look right in front of your face.
Okay. Not too hard to do because that's where my eyes typically go.
Good.
Okay.
I have gotten you a new podcast mic.
Oh,
a brand new podcast mic to go.
Very exciting.
Yes, to go with the podcast.
Okay.
Yes. I hope that makes you very excited for this finale podcast that we are going
that can
to do.
Only mean great things coming.
Yes.
That can only mean great things.
Yes, I hope
so. I am more than prepared to say yes to your podcast, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's time to decide if love is blind.
Ben, I love you, but after today, I will not be continuing forward with the podcast.
Oh, no.
Yep. I will not. We will not be podcasting together anymore. No.
Wow.
We will not at all whatsoever.
This is really now a funeral for the podcast.
Yeah, you are just you're too materialistic for me. You haven't proven yourself. You need to keep proving yourself to me, basically, and then maybe down the road it will work. Yeah.
It is true. Yeah. All I think about is all of the materials when it comes to this podcast.
Yeah, that's all you talk about.
The microphones.
All you just want to talk about
XLR cables.
Yeah, dude.
The audio box, the mixer.
We keep getting these negative reviews that you just talk about tech the whole time.
I just talk tech, baby. That's it.
We focus
my
on
favorite thing.
It's not even jokes anymore on the podcast. It's Ben talking about tech.
I'm just going test 1, test 2, check 1, check 2, A B C D E F G.
Yeah.
And I'm just going, man, look at this puppy. It's beautiful, isn't it? Isn't this bad boy
See,
beautiful?
this is what I'm talking about, Ben. I thought maybe we could work it out, but we can't. Wow.
Oh, I just love my microphone. Thank you for that gift, by the way. I can't wait to receive
Hollywood.
it in the mail.
You're so Hollywood.
Can't wait to receive this gift in the mail. Thank you.
Jesus. We have Mrs. Hoffy on Instagram saying, love you guys. It's my husband and my 20th anniversary today, and the finale is up. How romantic. But we haven't
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Mrs. Hoffy.
Wow.
Well, I can't believe we have Mr. Coffee and Mrs. Hoffy.
That's great. I know.
They might be together because people whose names rhyme usually get together. Isn't that what they say? Rhyming names attract?
Yeah, that's why you and I started a podcast together, Max and Ben.
They rhyme.
They rhyme.
Too bad it's over now after this one.
That's so sad. That's too bad.
If you could just shut the fuck up about materialistic things. I'm a Freddy, you're a Catherine. We'll never work out. That guy is such a dig hole.
Freddy?
Yeah. He's manipulative.
He was just being true to himself.
He's manipulative.
He was just being true to himself, Max.
The earrings? Who does that?
Oh, I'll bet you all the old ladies get earrings.
Yeah.
Every last one of them. I bet they all get a little gift bag before the funeral service starts, don't they?
He is so manipulative. Who does that? He's like, no, this will let her down easy. I'll get her hopes up with some earrings. Yeah. And then he goes to her parents and he sits them down like they're at a fucking funeral. And he's like, oh yeah, I know it's hard. I know it's hard. It's okay. Time will heal all wounds, but I'm here for you if you need anything. Just give me a call. Just give me a call. I'll give you a discount on coffins. It's like, what is going on here?
He should have made them all draft up the prenup together too, right before the ceremony, just to really get their hopes up that it was happening.
Do you know what's really funny? This is like one of the dirtier things that we've seen on Love is Blind when it comes to weddings this year.
But it's like so sly. It's not sly, but it's like, it's just subtly mean.
Yeah, but he is going to get away with it because he's so hot. He's
jacked. He's jacked.
A beautiful face.
Normally, a coffin needs like 6 pallbearers. Not if
not him.
One.
Everyone knows.
One guy.
I usually, like, before we podcast, I avoid looking at comments, but I accidentally looked at Twitter, and all these Twitters being like, "Thank God, I hate Catherine. Freddie got what he needed," and I'm like, "Did you see what he did?
Wow.
You want to be with you want to be with this guy? I mean, I know he's hot, but can we be honest?"
I'm just happy that this frees Catherine up to explore things with Sam. That's all.
Yeah, look, when I say
Dude, he looks just like her ex.
I know.
Okay, I just want to point that out one more time. He looks just like her ex.
Finally, Catherine can be with who she needs to be.
Okay, do you think it was that night that was the kicker? Do you think it was all that X talk that made Freddie be like, I gotta run for the hills?
Well, I think this is under the premise that Freddie is completely genuine, and I just am starting to think that he's not.
I don't know. I don't think the naked butlers would hire somebody. Do you?
No,
I don't think they would.
They only hire.
They have a pretty rigorous training program.
Yeah.
So I just can't see that. Sorry, Max. I just don't see it.
Yeah. Well, we have a comment that says from the Prince of Dorne saying that Freddie was highly aware of the cameras. Do we think so? That Freddie knew what was going on, trying to present himself in a certain way, trying to be this shy.
If he was aware of the camera, shouldn't his shirt have been off? I don't know.
Why wasn't his shirt off the whole time? Why didn't he dress up like he used to as a butler or a trunks butler, whatever he was?
Yeah. I was low key hoping that at the bachelorette party they would bring in strippers and it would be the butlers and Freddie would be there.
Yeah, Freddie comes out.
I really was hoping.
No, that wouldn't match his new thing as like a sad boy. He's doing like the sad chap look.
Yeah.
His emo boy kind of quiet thing.
It's back, baby.
Well, it wouldn't be good.
Emo guys are back. Okay,
for his funeral director kind of thing if he was outgoing. Yeah. Well, I guess we'll have to get more to that whole scenario.
Outgoing are his customers. He's not outgoing.
Yeah, he can't be outgoing.
No,
he's so genuine.
His customers are outgoing. They're going out.
He just has this amazing, I think when people talk about Freddie, sometimes they're very disingenuous. I don't think they mean to be. It's like, he's so hot, so that means that, and he's quiet, so that means that he's good. It's like, can we just admit that he might be, faking it? He might be manipulative.
He's hot. Who cares? He's hot.
Well, I mean, that's what
he's hot. Okay?
Well, why can't they just say that instead of being like, poor Freddie?
I agree with this. I agree.
It's like I was trying to be like, okay, in my shoes, has there ever been, like a woman on one of these shows who I've treated this way? And I'm like, no, usually I just say she's hot, who cares? Like I talk like I'll be like Francesca, like, really manipulative, kind of evil. And I'll just be like, I don't care. She's hot.
I think Francesca's a really great girl. I really do. I don't know what you're talking about.
I want Francesca to be my funeral director for anyone that I lose.
We've done a lot of research on Francesca for our perfect match bonus content. Okay. And, I quite enjoy scrolling through her Instagram.
I follow Francesca's many businesses and multiple accounts. And I just think that she is a really hardworking businesswoman.
She's just an amazing person with amazing assets. Really.
She's so sincere. And I love her so dearly.
And it's only the icing on the cake that she's pretty. Okay?
Yeah, that doesn't really have to do with it.
It has nothing to do with anything else. All right.
No, she's basically Freddie. The same
person. A little bit. Get Freddie on Perfect Match. Let's do it.
Oh my God, can you imagine?
That'd be great.
Like everybody would be thirsting over him, and he would still be doing his whole like, "Oh, you're all too materialistic for me, but I'll make out with you." Like,
I think he'd be such a good fit for the show. He really would. He'd be so good for that show.
Amazing. All right. Well, let's get into the beginning of this. We have a stag do and a hen do. A what? I don't even know. What? I don't even know what these were because they didn't look like bachelor.
I think they were corporate. I think they were corporate outings. because they did that pedal bar thing, which is I only usually see corporate teams doing that.
I don't get why you think that that's a corporate thing.
It's so a corporate thing. Only fucking.
Is that because that episode of Detroiters that you?
No, but it's all over. You go downtown Denver at least.
Oh, and it's corporate because
corporate people.
I only know it as a bachelor and bachelorette party thing.
Really?
Yeah, it's the beer bus.
Nah.
Yeah, it's like big.
I always think like the party bus is bachelor bachelorette,
but in places
like the pedal bar thing, that's totally corporate shit.
No, like in Nashville, you can you always see pictures and stuff, and like people go there and they do this for like bachelor and bachelorette parties. Very common.
Oh boy, do they play icebreaker games too?
Probably. No, they do like
sit down with an HR rep as well.
Well, they do games, but they do it with like the inflatable penises and stuff. But maybe not in England. They're more proper, like Freddy. He wouldn't have even talk about it.
They do like an inflatable Mr. Bean or something there.
Yeah, something like that.
Very cool.
At the hen do, they say that they're strippers, but it's burlesque. Okay, Zach, you can't. It's not your mom. Okay, you're gonna be okay here.
I was just gonna say it really reminded me of Zach being at the burlesque place. Yeah,
I know. I was like, oh, a strip.
Is this Cirque? The guy was doing lots of acrobatics. Okay, he was doing circus type things. I thought I was going to see him on a tightrope next.
I was hoping it was Cirque, but the lighting wasn't red. I think that's that makes it.
And Cirque. I didn't see Michael B. Jordan there either.
Yeah, I know. I was really like, why couldn't they just pay for Cirque? Please, Love Is Blind.
Please, come on.
I thought it was going to be a stripper, and then I saw the guy aerial dancing, and I was like, oh, this is bullshit. Can we get some strippers out here?
Have we had strippers? We did, right? I want to say
had strippers.
I want to say the Houston season had strippers, didn't it?
Yeah, I think we've had male strippers.
Yes, male strippers for that Houston season.
Yes, they've definitely gone to a strip club, and the men have gotten jealous.
Yes.
I don't think we've had any lady strippers, have we?
We haven't. No.
Very disappointing. I want full on strippers. This is Netflix. You can show whatever you want.
Yeah, they can show anything.
Yeah, let's get escorts.
You know what? Send them to a brothel.
Well, why not? Sex work is work. Go to some place let's do it in Nevada. Let's fly them to Las Vegas.
Yes, I love that. Or take them out to sea. Like a maritime law out there.
Yes,
it's not as strict. Okay, they can do anything.
Yeah, like when I was 21, this is not turning into a sex story, by the way. When I was 21, I was going to school in North Carolina, and so we went down to a casino boat I'm
getting worried.
In beach. So we went and the way that it works is you have to go into international water, so you can't start gambling until you're in international waters. And then by the time you're going back, they're like, okay, everybody stop gambling. It's done, But there were Hooters waitresses, but there were no sex workers. Just so you know.
Wow.
And I know you were curious.
I was curious.
But I took
But it's no Carowinds. So.
I took my dice off of the craps table to blow on them, and they got really mad at me. And they said, if you do that again, we're going to throw you out of here. And I was like, what are you going to do? Throw me off the fucking boat?
I think they were.
Yeah, they were going to eject me.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So the hen do, I was kind of disappointed by these. We didn't get to I feel like everybody probably got drunk, right? I feel like we didn't get to the crying baby goo goo part.
I don't know. Maybe that's not very posh in Britain.
Everyone's too posh. I mean, I think if it was like
you don't get drunk on camera, you only get drunk when you're going to the match, the big match.
Oh yeah, if they had gone to the pitch, everything would have been to the Quidditch pitch. Yeah, everything would have been different.
Quidditch pitch, yeah.
Yeah, if they had gone to watch Quidditch, it would have all been different. Of course, the guys go to like a digital soccer bar, but yeah, nothing really happens. So I was just
football max.
Yeah, you're right. My bad.
We're gonna get so many angry death threats.
Yeah, we get a lot of death threats. We get a lot because we're blown up. Yeah, I take it as an honor.
Yeah, me too. I'm a little scared, but yeah.
Dude, if someone's gonna kill you, they're not gonna write you a death threat usually.
It's just the vast amount and how it's from all different email accounts and voicemails. Like it's a lot of people. It's just like a lot of people.
Well, it's just that people have been leaving notes under my door, and not my front door, my bedroom door.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's not good. Yeah,
No,
that's not good.
And you don't want to call the police because they'll just make things worse.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to call the LAPD.
You're not going to narc on our stalkers.
No, I wouldn't narc on my listeners. That's not going to happen.
No
what
way.
if they want to become a patron?
Officer, they're just being rascals.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
They could potentially start paying me $5 a month, you know?
Yes. That's true. You can't forget about that.
So I thought it was interesting that they had so much time apart. Do they normally have so much time apart?
No, I don't think this is like a first in Love Is Blind. I think.
I mean, they obviously have some time apart because, like, the
Did
wedding.
they specify how long it was?
They made it seem like it was a few days.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, based on when your wedding happens, like, there's going to be some time apart in the US version. But I think here they were like, we really want to let you know, like, these people are having a significant amount of time apart, like maybe a week.
I do wonder in Ollie and Demi's case if things would have gone different if they had just had the wedding like the next day.
Yeah.
I don't know. It certainly seems like it affected it.
I liked that they had this time apart. They had to be like, whoa, is this real?
They're letting them actually think. Yeah.
Yeah. It created more drama. The Prince of Dorne says 3 days, I think.
Oh my goodness.
So that sounds right. I remember that. But I'm guessing some other people, I think that like the length of time, because like all of the weddings seem to take place in the same venue, it looked like to me, which is normal. So like obviously some people different days, longer sort of thing. Yeah.
It could have just been a bunch of different venues, but all the castles in the UK look like the same.
That's actually true. So it could have been a bunch of different.
At first I was like, is this the Traitors Castle? Is this the Traitors? And then I looked it up. I was like, no, it's just all castles.
That would have been sick.
Yeah.
If Alan Cumming was the officiant.
That would be great.
That would have been bad though, because he would have been out dressing all of the brides, and like that's not a good look. You know?
One of the traitors has murdered Catherine. Freddy, do you know anything about this?
He's been like, no, but I'm glad I'm going to profit off of this shit.
Yeah. Freddy's like, I'll take your credit card right now.
Yeah. Okay, so get to the Sabrina and Steven wedding. I just couldn't believe that we're getting basically 2 full episodes of weddings. I was like, what's a lot? Yeah, they're really optimistic. They still don't know where they're gonna live. They're getting married, and she thinks they're going to Belfast, and he thinks they're going to London. I should know. Why don't you just get a boat and live in between? They should live in a house.
I think that's a great idea. Just live in the channel or whatever it's called.
Yeah, live in the channel.
The Strait. What is it?
The Irish Sea is what.
The Irish Sea.
Irish Sea. I got worried when Sabrina's mom said,
Stephen's gonna die.
Stephen's gonna die, she says, Ben.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that is concerning to me.
Wow. And then who are they going to call? I think we know.
Who? Ghostbusters?
No.
Oh, Freddy.
Yes.
Sorry.
But Ghostbusters would be cool.
Well, when you say who are you going to call, I can only answer Ghostbusters. Especially when someone's going to die.
Oh, well, hopefully
hopefully
you can rewire your brain to make that Freddy instead of Ghostbusters.
And he would have unfinished business because he would have new PRs he had to hit in CrossFit. Yeah. So yeah.
Hot take. Ghostbusters.
Wow. Even one, you don't like Ghostbusters?
Even the first couple.
What about Ghostbusters Afterlife? Are you a big Ghostbusters Afterlife fan?
What is that one?
I don't know. One of the new ones. I don't know. One of
the Paul Rudd ones. They're bad. They're very bad.
What about Ghostbusters Frozen Wrath or whatever?
Yeah, that was bad too. I got
I haven't seen those.
It was so bad. It was really bad.
What about the
Paul Feig directed one? Also bad.
Really That's bad. Sexist. What about the Ghost?
Yeah.
What about Ghostbusters?
Hey, I'm consistent with my It's
what about Ghostbusters, the animated series?
Not bad. Pretty good.
That was pretty good. What about?
I did enjoy that as a child.
What about the Ecto coolers with Slimer on them, like those
were
juice
fucking
boxes?
great.
Yeah, those were sick. Okay, so
awesome.
we're pro Slimer here.
I'm pro Slimer all the way.
Slimer is sick. I would be like,
when was the last time you went back and rewatched that first Ghostbusters?
I feel like whenever I see it, I like it.
It's like, it's fun. Like, how often do you actually laugh though? It's not really funny. It's not funny.
Yeah, a lot of those 80s movies, sometimes you watch them and you're like, yeah, it's not as funny as you think it is, but you like it's like Futurama. Like, it doesn't have that many laughs, but you like watching it.
I don't know. I laugh a lot for Futurama.
I sometimes don't.
I laugh more for Futurama than I do for Ghostbusters. That's for sure.
I mean, that has more like jokes.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'm like, anyway, we should probably talk about this. What is something? So we get to the first wedding.
Now is the time for you both to decide if love is blind.
What are we doing?
Love is blind.
What are we reading? A fucking fairy tale?
Yes.
What is happening? How is it a fairy tale if they don't know where they want to live? They don't know which
now is the time to kiss the frog, and he will become a prince.
So I don't like how they changed it to now is the time for you both to decide if love is blind. That's inferred where you say now is the time to decide if love is blind. You don't need to add that extra part. It's silly.
And it might not be both. We might only hear from the first person who won.
Most of the time we only heard from one person, so I don't really understand. It's silly. But that's very British, being silly,
That they do like that a lot.
Yeah.
Mr. Bean and the Swords.
Yeah. Monty Python, the British Office. Okay. Anyway.
Peep Show. Huh?
Mitchell and
Webb.
Yes. So anyway, they both say yes. And can I say, it is so typical that these two would both end up with a name as generic as Smith to be their last name.
Yeah.
When
they are a couple of Smiths, that's for sure.
now introducing Mr. and Mrs. Smith, I was like, why don't they just change the name to like John and Jane Doe? Like, why don't we just do that shit?
Yeah. Freddy's probably going to name him that one day.
Here's man number 1 and man number 2.
It might as well be. Yeah.
Here's that boring couple from Love is Blind UK season 1. What was their name?
Yeah. Maybe they'll both become spies, and then they'll like shoot each other in their home, right?
They could be as boring as that Mr. and Mrs. Smith version that Donald Glover came out with, so that could work out.
Oh, I never saw that. I've only seen the Angelina Jolie.
I couldn't get through it. It was really boring, very boring. Now the Brangelina version. Let's go, fucking sick.
It was good,
sick. All right, Maria and Tom. I think Tom made the right call here. I think that maybe you should have the same values when you get married. That's a hot take, though. I know, very hot take.
Stop! We're gonna get canceled for.
I know. I'll edit this out later. I'll edit this out.
Please do not.
Going into the marriage, the wedding, she says she's like very positive and she's super optimistic. And he says he was feeling very nervous last night and is thinking a lot today, and that he has many concerns. And his mom does not show up, which I'm thinking maybe
not a good sign.
Not a good sign. He says when he sees his friends, he knows what he's doing today. He says the rational answer is we need more time, but I need to go with my heart. Well, I guess his heart is rational.
Yeah. Do you think Maria was asking who paid for the wedding? Do you think she wasn't okay with production paying for it and she wanted Tom to pay for it instead? No, Netflix. I don't care that Netflix has a budget for this. My man takes care of my wedding.
Need to know that he can pay for my wedding.
And all those expensive cameras over there, I need to know Tom is paying for them.
Do you think he should have been honest with Maria's mom? This is the one other comment that I saw. People were upset with him for.
I will say, when I saw that scene of him talking with the mom beforehand and everything, I was thinking to myself, well, shit, he kind of has to do it now.
Well, that's
like,
well,
God, he's kind of has to go through with it.
I have to say, this is a sticky situation because you're not allowed to reveal what you are going to do. You can't.
No, you can't. Yeah,
you can't tell. Like you are contractually not allowed to ruin the show.
Yeah.
Like, and the producers put a lot of pressure on you. And he didn't know that the mom was going to sit him down and make him pledge of allegiance to her. Yeah. That is quite a surprise.
Yeah. No. I mean, what do you do in that situation? I don't know.
Yeah, he's going to get a lot.
I mean, he did sort of speak in platitudes. Like he did say like, no, yeah, I'll take care of her, things like that.
Yeah.
He didn't say like, oh yeah, well, get ready to size up the ring. And, like he was basically saying like he has intentions of continuing forward with her.
Yeah, he basically said he made a promise that he will take care of her, but he doesn't say like I'm gonna marry her.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a sticky.
That's a tough one.
Sticky one. Yeah.
Production puts you in a tough position there.
Yeah, because you're not allowed to ruin the show. You can't.
Yeah. And then when Maria's mom asked if he could grab her an ice cream, that was like really tough.
Oh, he's like, not again.
She's like, there's a Dairy Queen down the block.
When they make their vows, though, there's a lot of like, metaphorically giving her a pair of earrings. There's a lot of like, I love you. You're so great. You're so amazing. Like hyping her up a little bit.
Really hyping it.
Yeah, really setting her up. I was like, oh, is he gonna say yes? Like I was kind of getting hyped up for it. And then we get to
now is the time for you both to decide if love is blind.
They're both gonna decide, okay, everybody?
Yep.
But
they're gonna come to a democratic decision amongst
themselves. They're gonna vote. We're going American style on this one. We're no longer in a monarchy. And Tom just says we have differences in values, and he walks away and then along a pond. He walks along the pond to ponder what he did.
Yeah. He fed the ducks in the pond.
Yeah. So she's shocked, but she says it probably wasn't the right time. Yeah, he in confessional spells it out. He says he's concerned that if they had children, Maria would teach a boy to pay for everything and a girl to be paid for, and he says he'd want to raise a girl to be a strong, independent woman and pay for herself. Yeah, they have different values.
Yeah. Makes
sense to me. Kind of what we talked about the whole time. I don't
see if that's like really the crux of it all. I don't really see this relationship lasting.
No, if you have different cultural values, then how could
those are pretty vast differences. Yeah.
There are people that get married that have like huge differences in politics and huge differences in
values. I don't
values.
Understand those people at all.
Yeah, well, a lot of times it ends up not working. And then there's some people who are like politically different and like they can separate it, like they're able just not to talk about it. But I get confused about like, how do you raise children when it comes to
that's
like, values?
Really complicated.
Yeah, but like he foresees that like he could not separate that. So I think he was smart to think about that. Yeah.
Very smart. Yeah. That's weird. Someone being smart on these shows. I don't like that very much.
I know.
I like stupid decisions.
I know. I just think he knew like he knows what he wants out of life, like very specifically.
Yeah.
Like he knows he wants to be with somebody with a high paying, steady job who's going to contribute at the same time, who wants to raise people a certain way. And that if he doesn't have that, doesn't have that. And I think that's why he's not married right now necessarily, because he's looking for that. So, Demi and Ollie. Demi says she didn't sleep great last night. She says, I'm going to make a big decision and I hope it's the right one. Yikes. He should have beat her in basketball. I think that she doesn't respect him for not winning.
I think so too. I think he's bad at Papa Shot as well.
Yeah, so that's kind of why he didn't prove himself.
Rough.
Yeah.
I was actually a little bit bummed on this one. I was just kind of hoping they'd get hitched. I kind of
Well, love is tough. Love is tough. You can quote me on that. Love is tough.
Wow. That's beautiful.
Ollie says Demi is his perfect match, but he's also nervous and he's making a big decision. He's feeling overwhelmed. Demi talks to her sister and says they've had basically no communication since the apartment, which is interesting. Like, did they decide not to communicate? They were like, let's just not talk.
But at the apartment, like, she was talking about, oh, we're going to need to FaceTime a lot and all this.
Yeah.
And then cut to this where they like hardly did it at all.
I know. Very weird.
Do you think that was mostly like on her end? She was surprised by how much there was, but Ollie was like, oh yeah, no, we talked. But like she was expecting more.
I just don't,
because Ollie seemed surprised a little that it was a no from her, I think.
Yeah, but they both really do seem committed to like keeping the relationship. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Strange. Well, Aaron shows up to support Ollie, of course. I was surprised he wasn't the officiant for the wedding.
He should have been.
He's a preacher now. Ollie says he doesn't feel like himself. Why doesn't Ollie lift some weights and eat some raspberries? You know what I'm talking about? Then we would really get true Ollie form.
Hey, raspberries!
Aaron tells him to stop overthink it and be with the journey. Ollie, be with the journey, Ollie! Ollie! Ollie. Did we meet Ollie's mom? I wanted Ollie's mom to come in. Ollie, you look so handsome.
The toilet is clogged again, Ollie.
Ollie, none of the guests can use the bathroom because you put socks in all the toilets in the women's room. Silly Ollie.
Save it for your wedding night, Ollie.
Ollie's dad comes in and they take a swig from a flask. I think it's Fireball. They were doing Fireball shots from the flask. Dude. Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah. Get some Red Bull in there too, man.
Yeah, fucking sick. When Demi's parents come in, she says she's still not set in her decision. I want to know, like, when did she make her mind up? Was it when she saw him?
Yeah.
Was it when she went
that tie wasn't, good enough. It wasn't straight enough.
It's when she went to pee and she couldn't pee because there was a sock in the toilet that she was like, we have to work on this.
I can't gotta work on this sock thing. I'm not going to marry someone who's got a sock in the toilet problem.
Yeah, the toilet seat is up. There's a sock in the toilet. Why is he using the women's room? This is not.
He's done every toilet in the castle, and this is a big castle.
He has his own private bathroom. There's no reason for this to happen.
Even the outhouse outside has socks overflowing out of it.
It's ridiculous.
Crazy.
Yeah. Well, we get to the altar. Demi is shaken a little bit, and here we go.
Now is the time to decide if love is blind.
Well, she said it right, so we're going to have to, celebrate this person a little bit.
Absolutely.
Well, see, that didn't change anything. We know what's happening. You don't need to add these extra words, idiots. And we get the cliffhanger, and then Demi says, I love you, but I do not. Savage. Ooh. He just goes, why?
That was like if she blocked his Papa shot.
I know. Well, he's used to that.
Yeah. And then she did the Dikembe Mutombo. No.
I just love, why? Bruh. Why won't you marry me, bruh? How could you? Yeah. She's learned to love herself, she says. So I can't love anybody else.
No, there's no more room.
I'm marrying me like Dennis Rodman.
Yeah.
I choose me. I choose me to marry.
I love it. I love all these 90s NBA references that we got on this episode. Our Brits from across the pond are going to get all
Everybody remembers in the 90s when Dennis Rodman
married himself.
Iconic moment.
It was.
She says it's an I do not for now, and she walks away. But Ollie says it's a weird one. He says he can't look. I like it when he says this. He says he can't look down on anyone for not marrying someone they met a few weeks ago. I mean, facts. I mean, that's
like a solid reason. Yeah,
the man is spitting facts right now. I'm snapping. That is tea.
Oh,
Wow.
Well, it is too real. I need them to get back into their fairy tale.
Yeah, I know. These British people are like too rational.
I don't like it.
Between Tom and Ollie, I'm like, why don't you guys have feelings?
Yeah.
Why don't these people
they're like, look, we don't even have similar bloodlines. What are we doing here? You know, we need to.
I know. It must be pure. The blood. We're not related enough. We'll never be royalty. But we
still never got any sort of results on Freddy and Catherine.
Yeah, maybe they'll come up at the reunion. They'll all do like genealogy.
A DNA test. I love that. That'd be fun. DNA test, lie detector test. Let's get all those tests done.
Yeah.
You know, maybe a cholesterol panel.
They should all get their cholesterol tested.
Just to see. I mean, they're not getting younger.
No.
You know?
And they're eating a lot of blood sausage, which I think is high in cholesterol.
Yeah, that's definitely something you're going to want a panel for. Yeah.
Yeah. He says today is hard, but he found true love, so he's happy, grateful, and thankful. And Aaron is there to comfort him. The star of the season.
Yeah.
We get Bobby and Jasmine. Bobby lets us know that marriage is the biggest commitment you can make to someone. Thank you, Bobby.
Wow.
But he's obviously never made a blood pact to someone. He's a little ignorant, you know, or sworn himself to the devil. I think that's a bigger commitment.
Yeah,
like selling your soul. I think he needs to grow up a little bit. Marriage is nothing compared to that.
Nope. It's a binding contract with Satan.
Marriage you can get out of. You can't get out of that one.
Yeah.
So he's optimistic. Jasmine says she feels overwhelmed and has been crying a lot because she had a conversation with her mom yesterday where she planted many seeds of doubt. Her mom is concerned about Bobby's job, and she said that Jasmine likes Bobby more than he likes her.
Wow. Mean, kind of mean.
Are you surprised by any of this? I was like, checks out. Whatever.
So fucked up.
I was like, she didn't do more. She didn't like get somebody to Photoshop pictures of Bobby with somebody else and like slip them under Jasmine's door. She didn't get Bobby kidnapped so we couldn't make it to the wedding. Like there was way more drastic things she could have done. I thought that this was tame.
Screen grabbing the music video in the parts where he's like laying on the beach with the other girl. Look, he cheated. He cheated.
I thought she was going to call Jasmine. She was going to take Bobby's phone and then call Jasmine from the number and try to impersonate him and be like, hey, it's Bobby. I do not love you or want to marry you, so do not show up at the wedding. Okay, bye.
I found a dancer who's got a great body.
Yeah.
And I'm going with her. Also, I heard Jasmine's mom is actually really cool, and everybody keeps saying she's mean, and that's not true at all.
No, she is great. You should tell her everything. Remember that. Words of warning. Be loyal.
Now I know where Jasmine gets the good looks from.
Yeah. So they get to the altar, give some emotional vows, and
now it's time to decide if love is blind.
Another good one. That was good.
That was
good. Solid. That was good.
Keep it to the point. Keep it short and simple.
Bobby says yes. She says yes. And Jasmine's mom pretends to be happy for them.
Yep.
We have a comment on Instagram from I don't know how to say that, but Jasmine's mom even dressed as a bride to convince her daughter to marry her instead. And she said, like, I will not be outdone.
Gotta love it. Yeah.
You gotta love it.
Yeah. Anything to protect her daughter.
Yeah, anything. She really didn't.
She's got the body of a mother.
She's got the body of a mother. That song is so catchy, by the way. It's stuck in my head all the time.
It's an earworm.
It's a certified bop.
Yep.
Nicole and Benayah. I really like how this starts off.
It's my wedding day, and I am feeling like I'm still confused.
It's fucking hilarious. That's what it is.
I've got him wrapped around my finger. Make him squirm. Maybe I'll say yes. Maybe I'll say no. Maybe I'll just run away. Maybe I'll never say anything at all. I'll just stand there for hours.
She's having a good time.
She is classic Nicole.
So I'm glad she's having a fun time.
I know. Yeah. So, yeah. He says he's feeling waves of emotions. When he sees her, he'll be fine. Pretty clear he's going to say yes. But Nicole's friends come to see her, and Nicole tells them that Benayah told her that in this circumstance, the D word, the chance of the D word is a lot higher. Okay, first of all, we have to figure out what the D word is that he's talking about. Dick? Is
Dick?
Dick?
Deceit?
Deceit? And she was like, how did you know I was going to deceive? He's like, well, the way you talk.
Drummer?
No, I think Disney?
Dinkelberg?
Yeah.
As
Dinkelberg, Callie K says.
That must be a British word for...
Yeah, Dinkelbag.
Yeah.
Count Dinkelberg will arrive.
Just get a hot and pints of Dinkelberg, love.
Yeah, so I just think it's crazy to be like, so we're about to get married, but just so you know, I really want to marry you, but divorce will be higher. So for your second marriage, you're risking it even more. So think about that before you marry me.
Yes.
When Nicole's father couldn't be there because of a work project, I really thought she was going to say no.
Yeah, I thought so too. That
was
really
like,
sounded like... I was like, the dad does not give a shit about any of this.
I was like, this is a no for sure. A work project?
Yeah.
What is he doing?
I don't know.
Is he on a secret mission?
Music video.
Is he going to see it? Yeah, he's no one was at the wedding by Love is Blind.
Nobody was there. Nobody believes in this marriage. Nobody believes in this marriage.
I thought that they normally like filled them out.
Yeah, get the PAs to sit in there.
Well, because like every wedding always has like at least 40 people, and I counted, and this one had like 16. It had less than 20 people at the wedding, and every wedding always has like 100 people. Like I thought that they just always made sure to pack them. This was so strange.
Super bizarre.
Yeah. Well, it's just clear that they're two very unlikable people.
They're very nomadic.
Yeah, very nomadic.
All their friends are all around the world.
Yeah, what is he going to do? Invite people who he house sits for? That's not a very serious relationship.
But also, the Benayah thing of why his family couldn't be there, it sounded concerning, actually.
It did. I think his grandfather's very sick, yeah.
Yeah, that's not good.
No.
I was like, whoa, like his side of the family has a much better excuse than Nicole.
Than a work project, yeah.
A work project, yeah.
Yeah. So they're named Mr. and Mrs. Grundevald Bridie.
Okay, yeah.
Very European.
It's very European.
Wow, that is much more exciting than Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Yes.
That is very...
They really are a couple of Grundevalds, if you think about it.
Yeah, they really are very nomadic. That's a very nomadic name. That checks out. Everybody really checks out. Well, Ben, here at the part of the show, we're going to play a couple voicemails that we received. Are you ready? Well, we heard from our friend, Mr. Coffee, again, from Milwaukee.
Fantastic.
What up, Max? What up, Ben? This is Mr. Coffee from Milwaukee.
Sounds different.
No, I am not a person from UK pretending to be American, pretending to be UK. I thought that take was hilarious. Like, I'm sure there's people out there like that, but so far, man, I love you guys' show, and I guess I can give you the accent again. And I love when you guys say Ollie. Now I can't get that out of my head now. Every time I listen to the show, that's what I look for. You guys saying Ollie. I just hope even when you're doing a different show, just say Ollie. I think that would be hilarious. But anyway, hello guys. My name is Mr. Coffee. Yes, I'm from Milwaukee. And you guys do an amazing job out here. Love the show. Just this season is great. It's better than the American Love is Blind. You know, less drama. It seems the couples are more going great. And yes, I believe there is a dog. There is a dog on the show. She is a dog. She loves to be pet. I know you guys know who I'm talking about. She is a dog. A dog. And that's all I have. Sorry.
Sorry. You don't need to apologize, Mr. Coffee.
Mr. Coffee!
Mr. Coffee! Coffee!
Where are you from, Mr. Coffee?
Mr. Coffee from Milwaukee! Calling in! So is he saying that cat is a dog?
I'm not a dog. Please stop stroking me like a dog. I'm not a dog. Okay.
I'm not a dog.
Like a dog, love.
I'm not a dog.
I'm a little kitty cat, love. Meow.
I'm not a dog. Ollie, do you know the space seal, Ollie? Have you been to the space seal?
Just ask Kaz from Perfect Match about that, Ollie. He's got some stories. Boy, does he have some stories.
And we have one more quick voicemail.
Oi, governor, what's your favourite sponge? Oh, it's the Vicky sponge. Oh, yeah. What are you most nervous about for this experiment? Meeting Paul Hollywood, of course.
Yeah.
What about you? What do you mean? This is Love is Blind, eh? Well, I thought it was Bake Off. What?
Oh, I love the what?
What?
Say what?
Paul Hollywood made a cameo.
Yes,
of course he did.
That one had like a story to it. She had like a script there.
We thought it was a Bake Off, but it was Love is Blind.
I'm a funeral director.
What?
What?
I give that the prize for most creative.
Very creative.
What's your favourite cake?
Do you know what a Vicky sponge?
Stop it! No way!
It's not yours.
Yes, it is.
No, what? What? Vicky
What's your favorite type of seal, love? A space seal.
A spaceship? No, what? What?
So stupid. What?
What? Well, let's get into Freddy and Catherine. So they pull up to the venue and they're both so excited to see each other. And Catherine says she's ready to commit herself to Freddy. Well, get ready. When Catherine gets to her suite, Freddy leaves her a note and earrings to match her ring. At this point, I'm like, he's gonna. My first thought,
I was like, he's definitely saying yes. It's her who might say no.
But then I was well, she said she's ready to commit herself, so I knew she was going to say yes.
Okay, yeah.
But then my thought was like, Freddy is the type of guy to think that giving a gift would soften the blow. So I was starting to get a little worried for her.
Yep.
This is what Catherine says.
If that doesn't say a lot, like, I don't know what does.
About the earrings.
Yikes.
He's incepted a yes into her mind with the earrings.
Yep.
But his favorite movie is Interstellar, he said on the Q&A, not
Inception.
Okay. So if his favorite movie had been Inception, maybe things could have worked out better. He would understand what incepting is, you know? He would know that the deepest layer of a mind is a snow fortress, and things would have worked out better.
Layers.
Layers.
Onions have layers. Ogres have layers. Onions have layers. You get it. We both have layers.
You know, not everybody like onions.
That'll do, Donkey. That'll do.
All right. He says at one point in confessional, he's a pro at funerals, but not so much at weddings, which is funny because later on, he switches modes and decides to treat this wedding like a funeral.
Yeah.
Well, I think why he kills the vibe, because he doesn't know how to be happy.
Yes. Look, that's where he's most comfortable. So, you know, he's trying his best.
He ceremoniously kills Catherine.
Yeah.
So that he can, you know, he can rule the he can rule a school.
He should have eulogized her. After she ran off, he should have done a nice little eulogy.
We have gathered here today to celebrate the life to remember Catherine.
She did not like to be stroked like a dog. We all knew this.
She was, as she said, not bougie, but we all knew that she was bougie and materialistic.
That's right. All she cared about was money and fame.
She spent her time at Ibiza and sex.
Yes, she was, as Ollie put it, one of those girls. Oh, Catherine.
God rest her materialistic soul.
Materialistic soul. Oh, that was beautiful. Amen.
Yes. I'll be stripping in the park after this if anybody wants to talk to me.
It is a Sunday after all.
Catherine's friends show up, and Catherine says, let's manifest Freddy into saying yes. Now, her friends say, why? He bought you earrings and wrote you a note, so you got this in the bag. And Catherine says, don't get my hopes up. I think her friends should have helped in the manifestation here. Maybe they could have manifested it. I think
Freddy
her friends
is sort of a new age supernatural guy. You know,
he would have felt the manifesting.
Yeah, they could have cast a spell or something on him.
Yeah,
Like,
they fucked up. It's all her friend's fault.
A not caring about material possessions spell.
Yes. Yeah. She should have walked out in like a potato sack to prove that she wasn't
That would have
into
been
material
great.
possessions.
And like an empty bowl, and she walks up to Freddy and says, "Please, please, can I
have some more?" Yeah, and then he'll go, "More? You want more?" And he'll slap it out of her hand.
You greedy little dog.
And then she'll have to live a year as an orphan and a pickpocket to prove herself.
Yeah.
And then she'll come back to him and she'll
Hey,
sing
sir,
a
may
song.
I work at the funeral home? I
Yes.
work for pennies on the dollar, sir.
And then he'll go, "You've got to pick a pocket or two." Dun, dun, dun. They'll do that. And then when they come back together,
the penguins will come out.
yes. And then a year later, he'll go, "I'd do anything for you, dear. Anything for you, mean everything to me. You know that I'd go anywhere for your smile, anywhere for your smile, anywhere I'd see. Would you paint your face blue? Anything. Catch a kangaroo? Anything. Go to Timbuktu? Anything. And back again."
Wow. Yay, Britain.
Britain. Oliver. How did we not do Oliver before when we had Ollie? Oh my God.
We're stupid.
Oh my God.
My name's Ollie. It's a little like Oliver. Oliver with a twist. Oliver Twist, you say?
We just
Ollie.
did.
Ollie.
Oh my God. We just did the Oliver metaphor for Catherine, not for Ollie. Oh my God.
Please, sir, may I have another sock?
Yeah, let's do the same joke.
May I have another sock, sir?
Socks,
I'm out of socks. I put
Another
them in all the
sock?
toilets, sir.
Another sock? More?
How many toilets have you destroyed, Oliver?
You've got to clog a toilet or two.
The penguins come out.
Yeah. I'd clog any toilet. Any toilet, or you'd clog any toilet for me. Wow, we really
dumbest show ever.
Wow, we really did it. We fixed it. We went back in time and we did the right metaphor.
Oh God. Oh.
Gotta honor Oliver. Oliver!
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
So, anyways, Freddy and Catherine.
Yeah, they're cool. Okay, so Freddy talks to his family, and Betsy Dora comes in and ruins the fucking wedding. What's her problem?
Goddamn Betsy.
Why can't she just be happy for Catherine?
It's impossible.
She's like, I don't want to influence anything, but don't marry her. What? Just be real. Be real. Just say, I want to influence it.
Yeah.
As Catherine was walking down the aisle, I thought to myself, didn't we get like a runaway bride in the trailer or something? Didn't we get drama? I was like, I don't think this is going to end well. He's holding her hand the whole time, and she is so happy. And I'm just like, this feels very funeral director.
His face starts to say it. You know,
well, I know his face is saying it, and he's holding her hand, and he's like, his face is saying, I know this is an immeasurable loss, and I'm here for you if you need anything. I'll help you with all the paperwork.
That is like funeral face all the way.
I know. Well,
and you could see
now is the time to decide if love is blind.
She kept saying, like, she kept looking back at him like, you look like you're gonna say no, but those earrings that you gave me say yes.
It's very fucked up. It's dastardly.
He was testing her because if she wasn't materialistic, then she would know that he was going to say no.
It's
because she was so materialistic that she wanted the earrings to match the ring. She was being tested. Maria probably helped him test her.
That was it. Yeah. She
came up with a plan. Yeah.
You're saying she wasn't supposed to wear the earrings?
Nope. She wasn't supposed to wear the earrings.
I like that.
All a big test.
I like that a lot.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
She wasn't supposed to wear them. Now it makes sense. You're right. I'm Team Freddy now. He's not manipulative. He was just testing her. It's different. Being manipulative and testing is different.
Team Freddy, Team Maria.
Yeah, always.
We love people who test each other.
Yes. So Catherine says yes, and then he goes, the timing, I love you, but the timing is not right for us. And he's very poetic, the whole time, even during the vows. He goes, this isn't a goodbye or a rejection of the love we face. I'm just facing the truth. We don't have to share the truth. We don't, I love you, Kat. Then he tries to force her into a hug, and she says, don't hug me, but with a smile. This is where we get very British here. She does not show emotion. It's like a very posh kind of like the stiff upper lip thing, she will not publicly show the emotion.
That wouldn't be posh.
I loved it.
Yeah,
I thought it was I was very
with
with
her.
her.
Instead of a runaway bride, we get more of a trot-away bride.
Yes.
Which is very British.
Very British, being a pony.
Like an equestrian. Yeah.
Yeah. It was very dressage.
Yes.
I love horses. I love horses. One of the things we have in common is that we like horses.
Yeehaw.
Yeah. So are you telling me that when Catherine said that she's not a dog...
I'm not a dog. Please stop striking me like a dog. I'm not a dog.
She was saying, pet me like a pony?
Probably. Yes.
Yeah.
Brush me like a pony.
Brush me like a pony. Feed me sugar cubes out of your hand.
Yes.
I like that then he just gets to fall in a chair and cry like something happened to him. Like he didn't just set somebody up for rejection.
Right. Well, he's used to that. That's his gig, He sits in the chair in the corner and he pretends to cry.
That would be crazy if a funeral director, like at every funeral, just like fell in the chair and was like,
I expect it.
Yeah,
Next funeral I go to, I'm going to request it from the director.
You're a really shitty funeral director that you're not crying right now.
Yeah.
You should be bawling.
You don't love the body that you just embalmed?
That's fucked up. So he, in confessional, He says he felt what his sister was feeling anyway. And he says, despite what Catherine said, he thinks she is still into this, quote, materialistic lifestyle, end quote. And he can only really tell with time. He's still digging at her about this. It's like, dude, like,
relax. Come on.
Just like, I just think, it's not a match. So you should have ended it. I think, is he doing this for the drama and the TV time?
Could be.
I just, you know what? We can only really tell with time.
He is a performer on the side. He's a butler.
Then we can only really tell with time if he's into this materialistic lifestyle. We're never really gonna. We can't tell yet. But I still love him.
Yes.
We just need to face the truth.
We just need a few songs a year. The Penguins.
Yeah, we need.
And then maybe we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Catherine just wants to be alone, and her family says this was the biggest fear, that she would be rejected because all the adoption stuff. She balls in the room. Her friend comforts her, and she says she feels embarrassed and stupid. And it's like, of course she does, but she shouldn't. He duped her. Like she was always gonna be like a little blindsided because she was always gonna say yes. Like in the car, she said, "I'm ready to submit myself to Freddy." But then the earrings, it's like you made her feel so stupid.
Yeah. He pulled a Jimmy the Psych.
Yeah, he psyched her out.
He psyched her out, man.
He dangled the keys in front of her for the Lamborghini,
I mean, this probably would have been a whole big nothing if he hadn't done that little gift right before.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think we would have thought anything of it. We would have just been like, yeah, we could have predicted that. They weren't super compatible.
She thought she was going to win something on a Mr. Beast video, and then it wasn't,
Yeah.
Very sad.
Yeah. She stepped out of the line or whatever.
Yeah, she stepped over the red line, dude.
You can't do that.
She didn't get the Cybertruck.
So stupid.
Freddy, this is where Freddy talks to her parents and goes, I understand it's difficult. You don't want to see a little girl upset, and I don't want to see a little girl upset too. And we're gonna make it work. And they're like, oh, this is such a wonderful young man. They're like, he's so charming. This guy is so hot. They're like, he's so hot.
That's all they can think about.
I know I'm supposed to be mad at this guy, but he's like a fucking cheese grater. He's fucking hot as hell.
Somebody turn up the thermostat.
I want to see this guy take his shirt off. What? I feel like he might have just done something really mean a few minutes ago, but I can't even think about that.
Out of my mind now.
Yeah, he can do whatever he wants. And then they fucking hug him.
Yeah. He's good, man. He's a pro.
He's a sexy director.
He's a professional at consoling.
He does. He consoles the fuck out of them, and he's hot. It's the dynamic duo. You can't defeat it.
Yeah.
It's the wombo combo.
Yeah.
Catherine's friend is comforting her and is like, you can still be with him. You said he's in love with you. And she goes, he's not in love with me. He loves me, but he's not in love with me. And I'm like, wow, more fucking real talk in here. Real talking. Why is everybody spitting facts? Why are these British people so real?
I don't get it.
So much self-awareness.
This is the land of Peter Pan. This is where Peter's from. I don't understand.
This is Catherine's third reality show, so maybe she knows what's up now.
She's learning.
Yeah.
And now she knows she needs to date Sam in order to really, get good airtime on the reunion.
Yeah, she definitely should.
Please.
Well, so Freddy shows up and he's just like, you understand, right? He goes into the funeral mode. I know it's hard, I know this is really hard. Time heals all wounds. One day you'll take the memory of what happened, and instead of sadness, you'll have happiness with you. Grief is hard, but we all get through this. Maybe, seek some counseling, hold those close to you, take some time off, but then, we all have to move on at some point.
I'll be with you even though I'm not with you.
Yes.
You always have my memory, our memories shared together.
And he's like, do you trust what we have? He's so manipulative. And she goes, yeah, I'll be fine. I'm going through shit in my life. And he says, I love you. And she doesn't respond. Yas, queen. Yas, queen of Cirque. Let's go.
That's right.
Team Cat, yeah, and that's the end of that. So then we get a run through of a few couples. We get Tom and Maria. He just says their values would continue keeping up. But then Maria says it's sad, but she's glad for the experiment. She says if they hadn't come up, if it hadn't been for the difference in their values, it would have been a yes. Well, that's usually how it works.
Yeah.
When you have differences in values, that's usually a big cause for people not to get married.
Unless you're just looking to spice up your life a little bit.
Yeah. Have a shitty
like
time.
Make things a rocky road going forward.
So it sounds like Tom and Maria are no longer going to be together. It sounded pretty final to me based on that one.
Maybe Sam will date Maria.
That would be sick. He's like, yeah, I'll fucking pay for everything. I'm desperate. Nobody will love me. I'm Peter Pan.
I'm just a little boy who's in love.
Yeah, I'm Peter Pan.
And I've saved up all my allowance and I'm ready to pay for all the ice
cream. Ollie and Demi. Ollie says it's not the perfect experience on paper, but he was so grateful for the experience. He's like, I gotta say, it's not the ideal experience to be rejected at the altar. I'm starting to realize it does not feel good. I would not give it 5 stars. Maybe
more of a 3 stars.
It's a 3. It's a 3.5. Yeah. The venue is beautiful. The food is good, but I have to say, it doesn't feel great being rejected at the altar on national television, international television. It is embarrassing.
It would have felt worse if I was sober. It definitely felt worse.
If I hadn't chugged that Fireball and Red Bull before with my dad, it would have been bad.
If my dad and I didn't play 3 full games of beer pong, I really feel like it would have hurt hard.
But yeah, they're both optimistic about the relationship. We get to Kat and Freddy. Kat says she loves Freddy and it's nice he wants to stay with her, but actions speak louder than words right now. She wants him to take her to Cirque after this, and then she'll know that things are serious.
Yep.
And to be pet like a pony and fed carrots and sugar cubes and all of that.
That's so cute.
It's so cute. Yeah.
This is what I want for them. This is the fairy tale. Come on.
Freddy says something that I know that when she if she watches this back, she's going to be so pissed off. He said, I almost said I do back when she said I do.
Wow.
Dude, don't. Shut your fucking mouth. Shut up.
I almost did it as a bit. I thought it'd be funny. I almost did.
Because I'm full. Remember me when I said, do you have these in size 11 about the pink shoes? It'd be like that. Yeah. Aren't I funny?
I almost gave her a bracelet that matched the earrings and the ring, but then I was like, don't pull it out. Don't do it. Not a good time.
Shut up. He's like, but there are things we need to overcome. Yeah. Like me being a secret psycho. I bet the spirits of like the bodies he was bombing told him not to. Yeah. That's what happened.
Look, everyone's gonna be fine. Freddy will take his shirt off. Everything will be good.
And then we get to Bobby and Jasmine, and they play Body of a Dancer. Look at this bump that he's getting. I'm afraid to play it because it's going to be an international super hit, and then we'll get sued for copyright now.
That's true. Yeah. We're not behind the paywall where we listen to it.
Yeah, no, we can't.
At least 8 times an episode.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, now it's out there. It's going to be climbing the charts. It's Body of a Dancer summer.
That's right.
Well, what a fun! The Catherine and Freddy really made this finale for me. We got some real drama here.
They were good. And I was surprised by Ollie and Demi. I hope they get it together. I hope they pop a shot or 2.
Yeah.
And get their relationship back on track. I really do.
Yeah. A few of them, I was like a little like, oh, okay. Like Nicole and Benayah, I didn't totally know how it was going to go at certain points.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I kind of liked how
I'm hoping Benayah's family is okay. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah. I like how they got Sabrina and Steven off first, and it was like pretty quick. I thought that like the structure was good. I also, when they did Catherine and Freddy at the end, I was like, oh, are they just going to get married? Because usually they make the last one a happy one. Like every other season, the last couple has gotten married.
Although, was Izzy and Stacy, were they last? They might have been.
No, they were first, and then it was
were they?
Lydia, yeah.
It felt like last because it's like the last thing I remember.
Yeah, but then they did Milton and Lydia like really quick, like super quick, and we only had 2 weddings that season.
Yeah,
but yeah, last season they did Johnny and Amy last, but I think we only had 2 weddings last season.
Yeah. No, they psyched us out on the UK. They psyched us.
I liked it. I was like, oh, this is different, you know? So an actual surprise. I was like, oh, cool. So I did appreciate that. Because you need to change the formula up at some point and like have drama and surprises. Like we can't just be like, oh well, this is happening. They're gonna get married every time. Like it's
just like Britain in comparison to the US. You go over there and you're like, whoa, this is really similar to the US, but a little different.
Yes.
A little cheeky.
A little? Even. Yeah, very cheeky.
They say different words, cute little words. They dance with penguins. They do all sorts of silly little things. They sweep their chimneys. It's a little different, but it's still very much like the US.
Yeah, we don't sweep our chimneys. They just get sooty as fuck.
They do get very sooty.
So our Love is Blind UK coverage is not over. So we will be back on Monday when the Love is Blind UK reunion comes out. It's going to be on August 26th. I think we calculated it, and we're going to be it's dropping in the US for the US listeners at 1 p.m. PST, we believe.
Yes.
And right after it drops, we are going to be going live on YouTube at Reality Alert Podcast, on at youtube.com/Reality Alert, on Instagram at Reality Alert Podcast, at Twitter, Reality Alert _, you know, all of our sources at the same time, and on Twitch. And you can come join us live, join us in the chat. So, you know, when right after it drops on Netflix. And you should join us for that, for the reunion. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a party. So we're going to watch it. And then we're going to go live right after it is on. So, you know, probably, I'm guessing it's going to be like an hour long. So probably around 2:30 PST. We don't know how long it's going to be. But right after it airs, we will be on. We just need to watch it first. And the coverage also continues on Tuesday, right after the reunion, at patreon.com/Reality Alert for Love Center UK, where we are going to go over all of the social media that comes out, because we know a lot of information is going to be coming out about what happened once the weddings ended for these couples. There's going to be drama. Even before the reunion and after the reunion. Probably have 2 more weeks of bonus content coming out at least. That's patreon.com/Reality Alert. It starts at only $5 a month. And we have other bonus content out there, almost 100 episodes. And that contains Love is Blind US Season 1, Love is Blind US Season 1 After the Altar, Love is Blind Sweden, Love is Blind Brazil, The Ultimatum South Africa, The Ultimatum Queer Love, The Circle Season 1. I mean, just tons of stuff. It starts at only $5 a month, and it really helps us continue the podcast. Cool.
Wow.
I know.
All that for $5?
For $5 right now.
Wow.
Yeah. And you don't need
this economy?
You don't need to take a porridge bowl and go, please, Max and Ben, can I have some more? You know, we just give you more.
That's right.
Because you get a new episode every week. It's
what does
crazy.
$5 even get you these days? Nothing.
Nothing
Doesn't
besides
get you anything.
A new podcast every week. It's crazy. We update
and
it
loads of content.
I know. Fucking nuts. Yeah.
It'll also get you a full recap of the movie Marry Me with Jennifer Lopez and Owen Wilson.
Oh, why'd you have to bring it up?
Oh, I'm sorry.
The movie is great, but
I shouldn't have, on Today of All Days, I shouldn't have.
I know, the divorce just hangs. It hangs heavy. It hangs heavy.
I'm still hopeful for a third time. I'm still hopeful for a
I
third
think
time.
that they can make it work. I think love is still alive, you know?
Yep. If anyone can do it, it's Ben and J-Lo.
Yeah, she can find a way.
Yep.
Back to love.
So sad.
Marry me, say yes. That's
I'm
what
sorry,
she needs to say.
I'm sorry I brought that up.
It's okay. Wow, what a great note to end the podcast on. Yeah.
It's been a tough day for both
one of my favorite movies, though. Yeah, we have a full recap on there. So
yes.
Yeah.
Is it really one of your favorite movies?
Is it not one of your favorite movies?
I mean, I like Geely a little better.
Well, Geely is like top 5. Marry Me is top 10.
Good. Okay.
Yeah.
We're on the same page.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this has been great. We will see everybody for the reunion recap on Monday, and everybody in the Patreon. And then our next podcasting coverage will also be for Circle Season 7 coming out in a couple weeks too. So we'll see everybody real soon. Okay.
Ooh, bye.
Bye.
Cheerio.
It's the place you go when you finish your show. We're your 2 best friends. Our names are Max and Ben. We're self-proclaimed television experts. It's Reality Alert.
It's my wedding day and I am feeling like I'm still confused.